Good morning, students. Welcome to computer class. In this class, I would like to teach programs based on looping control structures. Based on this topic, this is the sixth video I am going to teach. Shall we start our class? In this class, I would like to teach three more programs. Those are number programs only. Those are co- co-prime numbers, twisted prime number, and twin prime numbers. This is the last video based on this number programs. First one is co-prime numbers. 13th one is twisted prime numbers. And 14th one is twin prime numbers. Shall we go? The 12th one is write a program to check whether the given numbers are co-prime or not. Once again, I would like to repeat this question. Write a program to check whether the given numbers are co-prime or not. What are the co-prime numbers? Here is the definition. Two numbers are said to be co-prime if their HCF is 1. Two numbers are said to be co-prime if their HCF is 1. HCF means highest common factor. Highest common factor is 1. Here we are entering two numbers as input and calculating the factors of the two numbers, and in the output we are going to compare the factors of the each number. If their highest common factor is 1, then the given two numbers are co-prime numbers. Otherwise, the given numbers are not co-prime numbers. How to write this program? Before going to teach this program, I would like to teach the variable description. The variable description for this program is variable name, data type, description. And in this program, I have used only 4 variables. Those are n1. The first one is n1 is an integer type data to store the first number. n2. n2 is an integer type data to store the second number. I. I is an integer type data to store the control variable of for loop. And flag. Flag is an integer type data to store an integer. Now come to the program. Import java dot util dot star. Here we are including the package util public class co-prime. Here co after I have written underscore. Don't write minus. This is underscore symbol. Write like that only. Open braces. Public class void main string args. Open braces. And scanner in is equal to new scanner of system dot in closed braces. Here we are creating an object in for the class scanner. And the next one is int n1 comma n2 comma I comma flag is equal to 0. System dot out dot println enter any two numbers. Enter any two numbers. Here I am entering two numbers. N1 is equal to in dot next int and the next number is N2 is equal to in dot next int. The two numbers are N1 comma N2. This is the input part. Now I am going to check whether these two numbers are co-prime or not. How to check these numbers? We are going to find the factors of these numbers. The highest common factor is 1 if they are co-prime. Now come to the execution part. Here for I is equal to 1, I less than n1 and I plus plus. If n1 mod I is equal to 0 and n2 mod I is equal to 0. That means if I is the factor of n1 and I is the factor of n2, both conditions should be true in this statement. If these two conditions are true, then I is the factor of n1 and n2. At this time, we are increasing the factors, that is flag plus plus. The initial value of flag is 0. Here the flag value we will increasing. Then what we have to find, if these two numbers are co-prime, the flag value should be 1 because it has the highest common factor 1. That's why we are going to check the flag value is 1 or not. If the flag value is 1 is equal to 1, we are going to print co-prime numbers. If this condition is false, we are going to print not co-prime numbers. 2 closed bracket, one is meant for main and another one is meant for class. This is all over the program. Now the output of this program is, the execution of this program is n1 is 4 and n2 is 5. If I have given n1, the value for n1 is 4 and the value for n2 is 5. Now the first iteration, in the first iteration I is equal to 1, 1 is greater than or equal to 4, that is true, and 4 mod 1 is equal to 0, that is true, and 5 mod 1 is equal to 0, that is also true. Both these conditions are true, that's why the whole condition should be true. Then it increases the value of flag, that is 0 to 1. In the next iteration, I is equal to 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 4. That is also true. 4 mod 2 is equal to 0. This condition true. 5 mod 2 is equal to 0. That condition is false. If any of these conditions are false, this whole condition should be false. That's why it doesn't increase the value of the flag and just go to the next iteration. I is equal to 3. 3 is greater than or equal to 4. That is also true. 4 mod 3 is equal to 0. That is false. And 5 mod 3 is equal to 0. That is also false. That's why the whole condition is false. That's why the control doesn't increase the value of the flag and just go to the next iteration. If if I is equal to 4 and 4 is greater than or equal to 4, that is also true. Now 4 mod 4 is equal to 0. That is true. But 5 mod 4 is equal to 0. That is false. That's why this whole condition is false. That's why the controller doesn't increase the value of the flag and just go to the next iteration. I is equal to 5. 5 is greater than or equal to 4. This condition is false. That's why it simply comes out of the loop, and after this loop we have written one condition, that is equal to if flag is equal to 1. What is the final value of flag in these iterations? The final value of flag is 1. 1 is equal to 1. That is true. That's why it prints 4 and 5 are the co-prime numbers. Now, I would like to give you the example of the output. Output is enter any two numbers. I have entered 4 and 5. The output is co-prime numbers. Now, I would like to teach the next program, that is 13th one. Write a program to check whether the given number is twisted prime or not. The given number is twisted prime or not. What is a twisted prime number? The definition is here. A number is said to be twisted prime if it is a prime number and a reverse of the number is also a prime number. If the given number is prime and the reverse, if I reverse that number is also prime number. Then only that number is called twisted prime number. For example, 97 is a prime number and its reverse number is 79. That 79 is also a prime number. That's why 97 is called twisted prime number. 97 is a twisted prime number. Here we are taking one number and we are going to reverse that number, and again we will check that reverse number is prime or not. Now I would like to teach the variable description for this program. Variable description is, the first one is n is an integer to store a number, and the next one is d. D is an integer to store each digit, and I is an integer to store the control variable of for loop, and f is an integer to store the factors of a number, and rev is an integer to store the reverse digits of the number. Now I am going to teach the program for this. The first one is, put the heading program, import java.util.star public class twisted prime public static void main string args scanner in is equal to new scanner of system.in. Here we are creating an object in for the class scanner, and the variables we are using in this program are n comma I comma f is equal to 0, d comma rev is equal to 0, and the input statement is system.out.println enter any number. We are taking only one number as the input, that is n is equal to in dot next int. That input part over. Now the execution part is, for I is equal to 2 and I is less than n and I plus plus. Because I have started here I is equal to 2, because a prime number is a number which is having the factors only 1 and itself. 1 and itself are the factors. That number is called a prime number. That's why here I doesn't include the 1 and itself. I is equal to 2 and I is less than n and I plus plus. Next, if n mod I is equal to 0. If n mod I is equal to 0, factors plus plus. We just increasing the number of factors here. If factors are is equal to 0, factors kanaka emi lekapothe kanaka, then that number is prime number. Then we are going to reverse the given number. While n is greater than 0, d is equal to n mod 10, rev reverse is equal to rev into 10 plus d. Have you observed? Here I have written two programs. The first one is the prime number and here from the while it is the palindrome number. And n is equal to n by 10. N is equal to n by 10. Again, closure bracket, and if we reverse the number, we have to check the reverse number is prime or not. That's why I have written the for loop for the reversal number. For I is equal to 2 and I is less than REV, that means reversal number, and I plus plus F plus plus. If F is equal to 0, system dot out dot println M is a twisted prime number. Else system dot out dot println M is not a twisted prime number. If the given number is not prime number, then what we have to print? System dot out dot println n is not a prime number. M is not a twisted prime number. Closed bracket for the main method and another closed bracket for the class. This is all over the twisted prime number. And the output is enter any number. I have entered 56. 56 is not a prime number. 56 is not a prime number. Now I have entered another number. Enter any number. I have entered 79. 79 is a twisted prime number. The output is 79 is a twisted prime number. And the next program, and this is the last program in this lesson, that is write a program to check whether the given numbers are twin prime or not. Whether the given numbers are twin prime or not. What is a twin prime number? Two numbers are said to be twin prime if both the numbers are prime and their difference is 2. Both the numbers should be prime and their difference is 2. Their difference is 2. అంటే ఏవైనా రెండు నెంబర్స్ తీసుకుంటే అవి రెండు ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్స్ అయి ఉండాలి మరియు వాటి మధ్య డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది 2 అయి ఉండాలి. అప్పుడు మాత్రమే ఆ 2 నంబర్స్ని ట్విన్ ప్రైమ్ నంబర్స్ అని అంటారనమాట. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 17, 19. 17 and 19 are prime numbers and their difference is 2. Have you observed this one, students? 17 and 19 are the prime numbers and their difference is 2. So, 17 and 19 are said to be twin prime numbers. 17 are and 19 are the twin prime numbers. What we have to do in this program, we have to take two numbers and we have to find whether these two numbers are prime or not. If they are prime numbers, we have to check the difference of that two numbers also. If the difference is also 2, then these two numbers are the twin prime numbers. Now I would like to teach the variable description for this program. The first variable is n1 and it is an integer type data. to store the first number. And the next one is N2 is an integer type data to store the second number. And I is an integer type data to store the control variable of for loop. And F1 is an integer type data to store the factors of the first number. F2 is an integer type data to store the factors of the second number. Now I am going to teach this program for this pro. First one is import java.util.star. Here we are including the package util. Public class twin prime open braces. Public static void main string args open braces. Scanner in is equal to new scanner of system.in. Next, the variables are n1, n2, I, f1 is equal to 0 and f2 is equal to 0. We are initializing f1 and f2 with 0. System.out.println, enter any two numbers. I have entered n1 is equal to in dot next int and n2 is equal to in dot next int. Now, this is the input part for this program, and the execution part, that is calculation part, is for I is equal to 2 and I is less than n1 and I plus plus. If n1 mod I is equal to 0, f1 plus plus. Here I am counting the factors of the first number. I am counting the factors of the first number excluding 1 and itself. In the for loop, I have written 1 and itself. And the next one is for I is equal to 2 and I is less than n2 and I plus plus. If n2 mod I, sorry here write ma, is equal to 0. n2 mod I is equal to 0. f2 plus plus. In these two loops, I am counting the factors of the given two numbers. F1 counts the factors of the first number and F2 count the factors of the second number. If they are if they are twin primes, what is the condition we have to write here? We have to write the condition, that is, if F1 is equal to 0, if there is no factors for the first number and there is no factors for the second number, that is f2 is equal to 0, and the difference of n1 comma n2 is equal to 3. If these three conditions are satisfied, అంటే ఫస్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఏమి ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లేకుండా సెకండ్ నెంబర్కి ఏమి ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లేకుండా థర్డ్ కండిషన్ అనేది ఏంటి n1 మైనస్ n2 ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అంటే ఆ రెండింటి మధ్య డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది 2కి ఈక్వల్ అయితే కనుక, ఇఫ్ దీస్ త్రీ కండిషన్స్ ఆర్ ట్రూ, దట్స్ వై వీ హ్యావ్ written here and symbol. Logical and means these three conditions are satisfied, then what we have to print? Twin prime numbers. If any one of these condition is false, we have to print not twin prime numbers. And two closed brackets. One is meant for the main and another one is meant for the class. This is all over the twin prime numbers program. And the output for this program is output. Enter any two numbers. I have entered 21 and 23, not twin prime numbers, because 21 has a factor, another factor, that is 7. 7 3s are 21. That's why 21 is not a prime number. That's why these two numbers are not twin prime numbers. Children, these 14 are the number based programs. Put your mind to understand, write neatly, practice well to get the good marks. We are going to use these programs in another lesson also. Frequently we are using these programs in the next lessons also. User defined functions are there and class programs are there. That's why children practice these very well. Each each program carries 15 marks. Put your mind to write these programs. Practice well. Now if you are going out, follow these precautions. Reduce your risk of coronavirus infection. Stay home, be safe. Thank you.